Hello, algebra students, and welcome to 13.7, interpreting stem and leaf plots and histograms. Again, these should be mainly review things for you, so we'll just go through them quickly and try not to bore you to death too much. So let's say, hypothetically, I have a class, and we have some heights here. So hypothetically, let's say someone is 50 inches tall. We'll say we have some other ones, 48 inches. Those are pretty short. 57 inches. Let's go with 67 inches. 68. 72. 70. 59 again. Actually, it's 59. And 65. Okay, I have all those heights in my classes, just a small class. We are going to make a stem and leaf plot of these heights. So first up, step is create a stem, oh my, and a leaf. Okay, not just a stem and leaf from a tree, but kind of like a tree, I suppose. The stem, if I could find brown, never mind. The stem of our plot is kind of just going right up, and the leaves are going across. Okay, so we kind of have our stem over here, and these are the leaves. Anyway, typically each stem is going to represent an interval between it and the next 10 digits. So our stems are going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this example. And we also want to rearrange our numbers in increasing order. So I almost did that with the exception of these last three. So just rewriting them in order would be 50, actually 48, 50, let's see here, 57, 59, so I took care of 48, 50, 57, 59, let's look at 65, 67, 68, 70, and 72. So all in order, just like when you're finding the mean, median, and mode. Now, all we're doing is we're placing them in the appropriate stem and leaf spots. So the first number tells me which stem it's going to fall on. Okay, so the first number is going to be the stem it falls in. So this is 48, and the way it's represented then, this 48, it's in the 4 stem, and we write the 8. So this is the number 48. All right, similar, we are going to have 50, and 50 is going to be in this 50 spot. 57, so just right next to it, 57, 59. We then move up to 65, so 65, 67, 68, and then we have 70 and 72. Okay, so yes, we didn't really start anything to way below here. Now let's say, hypothetically speaking, we have just another height. I know it's not realistic, but let's say there's a height of 4 inches. Okay, it's the height of the class gerbil or guinea pig or something. I wish we had one of those. That'd be cool. Okay, this number 4, all right, there is no first digit technically to it. So that number 4 would really be like 0, 4, or fall right into here. Okay, so 0, 4 would be in that spot there. Whoops. Get my stem on back here. Okay, that is the basic stem and leaf plot. Now, interpreting the plot is what's more challenging, I suppose. So, does one interval have a larger number of values than the other? And this is just all kind of looking at our stem and leaf. So we can say the largest values fall within the 50 and the 60 range. They each have the same amount or 4 different numbers. So between the 50s and 60, so 50 to 59 and 60 to 69 range. What is the most common number? So most common, you should recall, is the mode. And there actually is no repeating numbers here. So a lot of times students may see these 7s, think, oh, that's the same number, but careful, 1 is 57 and 1 is 67. So there actually is no mode for this. The median of the data, that is similar to how you find the median before. So we're going to start at the top and the bottom and kind of cross each other off. So this is 4, going to cross it off, and we'll cross it off with 2. Next up is 8, and we cross it off. Next up is 50, and we cross it off. Then we go to 7, cross it off. We are left with this 9 and the 5. How do you find the average whenever there are 2 middle numbers? Well, we take 59 plus the 65 and we divide by 2. That's all from yesterday. 59 plus 65 over 2 is 62. Okay, that is the median height. Now again, where in the world, Dvorsky, did you get 59 from? If you're not seeing that, this is, again, 59. This is 65. Okay, so it's not just 9, it's not just 5, it depends on the tens digit. What is the range? Well, that's still highest minus lowest. So we have 72 minus 4, which is 80. Wow, 68 inches is the range. Okay, and that's really about it. Stem and leaf plots. The main idea is being able to find the median and also the mode if there is one. Okay, next up are frequency and histograms. Histograms, like history and graham cracker. Graham cracker. History, graham cracker. Okay, yeah, anyway. Moving on, histogram is just a bar graph that displays frequency of data. And frequency is how often a certain range of values occurs. So step 1 is choose intervals of equal size that cover all the data, and we're going to organize. Now, I will always tell you where to start the intervals and how big to make them. And this is really the hardest thing to do. So organize into even number intervals. They have to be the same size, which means they should follow a pattern. Now I tell you to start at 10. Okay, so 10. And I want there to be 5 numbers in that interval. So let's think here. If I start at 10, that means the next number technically would be 11, 12, 13, 14, and the tendency is students want to put 15 there, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, so my interval is actually size 5. So the first piece is going to be 10 through 14. Okay? That is the trickiest thing. That means the next one is going to start at 15. Now I want it to be size of 5. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And again, students want to put 20 because they're like, I'm just going to add 5. But no, be careful. So again, it's 15, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, yes. So that's the next one. You should see a pattern occurring. So we're going to go 20. Let's see here. What's going to go there? Take a guess in your head. 24. If you got it, awesome. Next up would be 25. And it's going to go to 29. 30. And it's going to go to 34. And then we have 35 going to 39, okay? You should see a pattern like this. It won't always be that way exactly, but you should see a pattern, okay? All my zeros are in one spot. Now, I only go up to 39 because looking at my numbers, I don't really see anything larger. And here's the fun part. Well, I like to think it's fun. All you're going to do is start at 12, and let's see, 12 boop, 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 falls within 10 through 14, so I have one tally there. 22 falls between 22 and 24, one tally there. 18 falls between 15 and 19. 26 here. 31 there. 34 boop, 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 there. 17 do 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 10 20 14 15 and 32. Okay, that is our frequency. Or you can also write them out as numbers. That's going to be 4, that's going to be 2, that's going to be 2, that's going to be 3, that's going to be 3. And lastly, making these as a graph, you want to include all the intervals. So we're going to start from 10 to 14. So we go 10, and this is going to be technically to the 15. So you're going to start at each new interval. Say this is 20. This will be 25, 30, 35, and 40 roughly. Okay. Now going upwards, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We don't go that high. But anyway, let's look between 10 and 14. I have 4. So this is our 4 here. We'll just have boop, 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 boop. Between 10 and 15, there is quattro. Okay, pretty easy from there. 2 things from 15 to 20. Look at those colors, nice. 2 things from here as well, 20 to 25 to 24 technically. 3 things from 25 to 29. And also 3 things from 30 to 34. Let's use another color. Okay, that is the basics. Key thing for these graphs is you shouldn't have any spaces, okay? They should be next to each other, unless one interval does not have anything in it. So for example, let's say I throw in another number here. Let's say I throw in 41. Okay? 41 doesn't fall within any of these intervals, so we'll make a new one. Notice there's nothing in 35 to 39. There's 0. Now I have this new 41, so there's one thing. I would have to skip this interval, because there's nothing there, and I would have to include this last interval, 40 to 45. Okay? So there's physically an empty interval if nothing's in there. Okay, that's pretty much it. What I'd like you to do then as your proof is try this one here best you can. Again, start at 0 with a size of 2, and this is a survey on how many glasses of water they drink each day. So water, this is my cup of water. Yes. Alrighty, that's a terrible cup, Dvorsky. Come on, we can make it nicer. Alright, okay, that's all I have for you. There will be later an example on Google Classrooms for you to do further. I'm going to have you look up a roster of a team that you're interested in and make a stem and leaf plot. So make sure you are doing this one for example, show it to me, and I'll give you the next directions in class. So good stuff, guys, and see you later.